So, is it the tower? It's the tower, isn't it?
You know,
I mean...
yes, it's the tower, because every single... You actually kind of made me do a double take there, because any sort of other stand reaction videos that I've seen, the person always goes like, wait, is it the guy on the wire, or is there something hidden here? And then when they see that it's the tower, it's like, you're lying, it's not the tower. But yes, it's the tower.
Yeah, okay, I kind of figured. Mostly because after a while I just realized it has to be something stupid. It can't be logical. It can't make sense. Logic and sensibility don't have a place here. To quote, reality is often disappointing. And unfortunately, I can't make it whatever I want it to be.
Oh, snap. We're terrible people.
Yes, we are. Okay, so I'm gonna say, you know, I'm going to take a blind shot in the dark. What a shock! And say that this stand's name is Iron Maiden.
No, but that's an amazing name.
Okay, well, what's this thing?
This stand's name is Superfly. It's not...
Okay.
Well, I'm sorry, what was that?
Oh, that is so stupid. It's such a cool name, but it's so stupidly given.
It's not just fly, it's Superfly.
You make me want to hit you. I hope you understand that. Alright, so what stupid power does he have? Or it have?
The user is trapped in it.
Well, that's depressing.
So, the thing is that the user is the guy hanging by the wire.
Okay.
And what happened is that this guy has been living in this tower for years.
I kind of figured when I saw the stuff.
Yeah, so... And then he became a stand user through one of the methods that they become stand users.
Gotcha. So.
And the tower he lived in became his stand.
So, what? Does he, like, pick it up and use it as a very giant baseball bat or something?
No, what happened is that because he was so attached to this stand, now the stand will not let him go without getting a new person. So, it's the whole situation of there has to be one person in there at all times. So the user can't leave until a new person enters.
So,
and then that person will be trapped. And if you try to leave without a new person coming in, you will turn to metal and then thus become part of the stand.
So basically, this thing is somehow an even worse prison.
Yes.
That...
Or a really good prison if you... Or
True.
if you
okay.
see in like a twisted way.
Alright, yeah.
Okay. You're going to like the next one, I'm telling you. You will either laugh hysterically, which I'm pretty, like, 10% sure you're going to laugh, and 90% sure you want to punch me more.
Yeah, those are
okay,
some very
anyways,
odds.
let's move on to the next one.
Oh, my God. You know... This looks like something that I might see in, like, Alien.
Yeah, do you like its little alien mouth that it has?
Or, you know, it might be something that I would see in Borderlands if one of the developers decided to just get completely drunk. But I will admit, it looks cool. I like the design. I love it.
It's one of the things that I like about this so much. No idea that any idea that the creator comes up with gets placed somewhere in there. He does not throw away ideas.
Gotcha. Waste not, want not. But the thing is, and this happened a couple times, I feel like because I like this design, because I think it's cool, it's going to come to the fact that it has a very stupid name and the power will make no sense whatsoever.
Okay, so
just spoil it for me.
So I'll tell you what his ability is first.
Okay.
Its ability is that it specializes in making its killings look like an accident.
That actually is pretty cool.
And while it is only about like the size of a baseball,
Okay.
it's still a pretty big beetle, right?
Yeah, I gotcha. It's not something I would have needed.
It's also extremely fast. I mean, it's able to easily dodge Star Platinum's punches.
So basically, like us with normal beetles, when they're flying around.
Yeah, like
trying
if
to
like
land
you
them.
trying to just swat a fly out of the air with your hand, it just buzzes around all over the place.
Yes, but the second it comes
Now,
near my burger, it dies.
here's the part where you're gonna probably want to punch me.
Oh, okay.
Its name. This stand is named after a tarot card. And the tarot card is the Tower. This stand's name is Tower of Grey.
Now,
The silence is deafening.
to whoever is watching this video, you can't see it, but I am very disappointed. For obvious reasons. I mean, we literally just passed a tower. It was an actual tower. For bonus points, it was kind of gray as well. And now we have this. An H.R. Geiger looking nightmare beetle.
What? H.R. Geiger?
The creator of Aliens.
Oh.
And its name is nothing insect related, or, you know, any of the number of rock songs that kinda have insect-like themes in them. But instead, it is the Tower of Grey.
It's so... You have, like, so much despair in your voice right now.
No,
It's one of the... Oh, it's... The irony of this one is so funny to me. It's like, the bug is named Towers, and the tower is named Superfly. You would think...
oh my god, I forgot the tower's name! I'm starting to think that the writer and creator for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure literally took all the names and appropriately matched them up. Then someone was like, these are really good. But the person didn't like that person, so they immediately jumbled them up just to spite them.
Well, they were from different parts, so... I think he chose the name Superfly for the tower just because he thought it would be funny to have because Tower of Grey showed up in the part before Superfly showed up. So I think what happened is that he had Tower of Grey,
Mm-hmm.
and then he was like, okay, so now we have an electrical tower. What's its stand name? You know what would be funny?
Just go to the next one.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go on to the next one.
Go to the next one.
Okay, here's the next one. I'm still laughing.
Okay. We have some Power Ranger looking dude.
Rabbit, you see
hold on.
you like the rabbit ears?
No, I don't. That's the one thing about this
It's
dude's
like-
costume that I don't like. But hold on. Are those like baseball threadings in his costume? Why does he have baseball threadings in his... You know what? No. As they say, don't ask a question you don't want the answers to. I don't want the answers to this question.
It was just part of the design. That's all it is.
Oh, okay, I was about to say, I don't want to know.
And it's not really baseball threadings. I think it's more like the linings of the seam of a coat. Or...
I have several coats at home. The only...
this part takes place in the 1890s.
Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Context is key.
Yeah, and that is one of the biggest things to talk about. I'm showing you all these out of context. That's what makes it so funny.
Oh, okay.
In context, while it still can be kind of confusing, it makes so much more sense.
Alright, well, I'm gonna guess this guy's name. It's probably really wrong, but it's either the White Rabbit, the Jade Rabbit, or just to really tick me off again, Crimson Rabbit.
Crimson Rabbit?
I don't know. I'm just going with the rabbit motif, and he's obviously white, and crimson is red. So let's just tick me off more with that name.
Okay, first off, let me tell you the name of the user, the guy who's behind it.
Pigtails.
With the curly hair.
Yep.
The user's name is Funny Valentine.
You know,
he's the president of the United States.
I'm
gonna bust a gut laughing.
On the one hand,
okay,
that's stupid. On the other hand, although I don't know how he acts in the show,
this part hasn't been animated yet, so this is still in the manga.
Have you read this part of the manga?
I have. It's an amazing part. It's a cross-country horse race.
Okay, now just give me the gist of his character. Is he like a butt of jokes?
No, he is the main villain.
Once again, that is
another curveball thrown at you. His name's Funny Valentine. He's the president of the United States, and also he's the main villain.
How can something be so wrong and yet strangely appropriate?
No idea is thrown away.
It's amazing.
Okay, so let's move this along and
Please.
think about the name of the stand. The stand's name is Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap.
Right. I know the song.
or if you don't want to say the full name, you can call it D4C.
I know the song. But once again, how can something be so wrong and yet so appropriate all at once? It's okay. All right.
Okay.
Hit me again. Let's go.
Okay, so what its ability is that it grants the user access to alternate realities by the user wedging himself between two objects.
That. Well, I'm speechless. I got nothing for that.
Like, for instance, by placing himself between a door and a wall, he can basically transport himself to an alternate reality.
Okay.
And it turns out it winds up being very cheap, because what he can do is that if he's mortally wounded, he can transport himself to an alternate dimension and pass his stand onto another version of himself. And then that other version of himself will then come back and continue fighting.
That's so cheap. I mean, not cheap in a good way, but cheap in a... Wow, that's just a letdown.
Instant respawns.
Just don't screw that up and give it to someone who's good. Otherwise, your entire plan comes to ruin.
No, the part of it is that the new version of himself is gets completely updated on what's been happening.
Ah, alright. Well, hope he's not full of self-loathing.
No, he has no doubt on his mind, because he actually believes he's doing the right thing.
Oh god, the best and worst kind of villain. The villain who thinks they're the good guy.
Yeah, and he always prefers to kind of do things himself.
Okay, all right.
For the most part, except for when he actually can't show up.
Oh, I gotcha.
Because he's busy. He's the president.
I gotcha. He prefers to do everything himself.
The next one.
Except when he can't.
The next stand is this one.
Oh my. Someone call George Takei or the FBI on this. Either one will do.
Which one are you focusing more on? The anchor man or the sailor suit?
It's all of it. All of it.
This is from the newest part that is in the manga, part 8, and it is really weird. But it's amazing.
Really weird, you say?
Yes, I mean, he's been going through so many creative changes throughout the years that part 1 is completely completely unrecognizable to part 8.
Well, alright, so I'm gonna guess this dude's power. Part of me wants to jokingly say that he has a whistle that calls all the maritime men to the yard. But no. In all seriousness, I would have to say the Stand's name. I don't know any song names that have to deal with sailing, but I have a feeling his name has nothing to do with sailing.
No, it doesn't.
Good to know. So I'm going to say his name's The Wall, or full name Pink Floyd The Wall, and I'm going to say that his entire power has something to do with reflections and or illusions. How close did I get?
You probably just invented your own stand.
Cool. Still wrong, but cool.
It's still wrong. So the reason why he looks like he's kind of phasing there is because he's being summoned right now. He's just now being summoned. His name is in reference to a Prince song, and his name is Soft and Wet.
Because of course it is.
It's actually one of the reasons why the creator is a big fan of Prince.
Oh.
So he's been uses references here and there, but that's one of the reasons why it took so long to get to the West, because of copyright.
Ah, I see. Well,
and its ability is called plunder.
Because of course.
The stand will spawn bubbles, and when the bubbles come in contact with something, they will steal a physical quality of said thing. Like it can steal sight from a person, or friction from the ground, or an object's heat, or an object's sound. Stuff like that.
I won't lie. The power is amazing, but I'm getting some really heavy PTSD from Bubble Man from Mega Man series. I did not like fighting that dude.
Well, lucky you. This is the main character of Part 8. He's the good guy.
Okay, well that's good. Stupid name, but that's good.
Okay. I believe the next one is the last one.
Oh, so... thank God, this crazy train's almost over.
Okay, next one.
Well, hello.
You like the user in the background who looks like David Bowie?
I wouldn't say he looks like David Bowie.
No, he like the straight white Duke face.
Oh. Okay, when you point that out, a little. But no, I'm not even looking at him. I'm looking at the cat who is staring deep into your soul and is very disappointed in what he sees.
Do you like the skull decorations on his crotch, shoulders, and back of his hands?
Yes, once again, a dude who lets you know what he's all about. As my... well, not even my dad says this. Who said this to me? A man will tell you what he's all about by wearing it on his crotch. Who said that? I think it was just some drunk homeless man who yelled at me when I was walking home one night.
I think he may be referring to belt buckles, but that is one of the funniest things I have heard in a long time. Oh, wow.
No, it was a drunk homeless man who was yelling that to me when I was walking home, well, to a hotel room.
Okay.
God, that was a very weird night.
It's another music reference, a very famous music reference.
Does it have anything to do with cats?
No.
I am disappointed again. Alright, so it's a music reference. It has nothing to do with cats. And we have skulls galore. I feel like he's related to Ozzy Osbourne somehow, but I don't know. I want to say he's related to Ozzy Osbourne. Am I close?
No.
Oh, that's again disappointing. Well, spoil it for me. What do you do?
This stand's name is Killer Queen.
That is actually quite fitting. That's the one time where the stand's name, in my opinion, actually fits. All right.
And while I don't have the images, it does have multiple abilities, and each ability would have its own image.
Oh, cool.
But I don't have them right now. I'll put them in when I put up the video.
So basically, in this part where we're essentially rambling.
Yeah.
Cool.
So to hurry this along, I'm just gonna name one its ability. It has 3 abilities.
Okay.
The first ability is, well, involves what you see here. It's called his ability is bombs.
Okay, I was about to say,
when it comes
seducting gaze.
So when the stand touches an object, that object is now a bomb, and it will activate it by pushing his thumb down on his hand like pushing a button.
Cool.
Its second ability is called Sheer Heart Attack, which is another Queen song. And what it does is that it releases a small, round, tank-like object from his left hand that will track heat sources and explode when it comes in contact with them.
Okay.
And his third ability is called Bites the Dust.
Anyway, what does it do?
And this ability, he gained this ability when he was afraid that his identity would be discovered. And this ability was brought about to protect his identity. He will plant the stand itself onto a person who knows his identity, and if anybody tries to get information from that person, the stand will appear inside of their eye socket. Shrunken down, but inside of their eye, and then they will explode.
That is a horrible way to go.
Yeah, but it doesn't end there.
Oh,
it will then rewind time for 1 hour before they asked questions to the person that it's stuck to. So, and then anything that has happened during the time,
during that 1 hour
during that 1 hour period this will happen, including the person who asked the question blowing up.
That seems excessive for so many reasons.
Yeah, it is so overpowered.
No, not overpowered, just excessive. Because I mean,
yeah, it really is excessive.
You killed the guy, and then you're gonna rewind time just to kill them again. And I imagine it has an indefinite loop.
As long as what happens is that the person gets interrogated.
Cool.
The person the interrogator blows up.
Cool.
Time gets rewound.
Cool.
And then say the person being interrogated avoids the person that interrogated them, they still blow up.
That is so unfortunate.
So it's more like the encounter, the rewind, and then after the rewind, things still happen even if they don't meet.
That is so unfortunate.
The only way they were able to stop that from happening is that they had to force the user to recall it, because while it's activated, he can't defend himself because the stand is latched onto another person.
Okay, so that is the only loophole.
Yeah.
Still excessive, man. Still excessive.
Yeah.
It's like kicking a guy when he's down, or rather,
really, yeah,
when he's a corpse. It's excessive.
Who knows? We might be in danger just talking about it right now.
Oh God, that is an unsettling thought that you have put in my head.
Anyway, guys, this has been a lot of fun, and I hope that I can do something like this again. Leave down in the comments section if you want to see something like this sometime in the future. Bass, what did you think about these?
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure lives up to its name. Where everything is bizarre and makes no sense whatsoever.
Went out of context. In context, it makes sense.
I feel
Most
like,
of the time.
I feel like even with context, some of this stuff doesn't make sense. Alright.
Okay.
Alright.
So I'm gonna let my friend here wallow in his misery, and I'm gonna say, if you guys had a laugh or if we fought your boredom, be sure to like, subscribe, and punch that notification bell. No, don't punch it. Freaking order barrage that notification bell. Because this is a JoJo video. I will see you guys next time.
I'm going to go do something that makes sense. Like calculus or, I don't know, programming a computer. It's tedious and annoying, but it makes sense.
As he's walking away. See ya.